gonna explain those next 3 movements. Whew. We're gonna need space on the floor for this one. A lot more core emphasis. So 3 movements. We're gonna do a lying back extension. We're gonna lie down flat on the floor. We're gonna work on basically our opposing muscle groups, where you're working on your right side and your left side. So we're lying flat on the floor. Extend your arms out in front of you. The extension portion is gonna be from lifting both your arms and your leg, but you're gonna work on your opposite side. So my left arm will be coming up, my right leg will be coming up, and I'm going to contract or get tight right through my left shoulder to my right side. So I'm gonna come up and back down. Switch sides, up and back down. So I'm trying to get everything tight through the back of my body, posterior chain. Second movement, we're gonna do a dead bug. It's a fun name, all right? You're gonna look like a dead bug. So we'll start off with the progression, and then I'll show you the modification. Big key throughout this, getting your lower back pinned into the ground. You'll naturally have an arch where you can actually move that hand through. I want you to get rid of that. You do that by coming up into almost like a little bit of a crunch, suck your belly button in through your spine to flatten that lower back. You're maintaining this position the entire time with the lower back. Head is also on the ground, all right? First portion, as a dead bug, those feet are straight up in the air, all right? My toes are pulled back. I'm keeping those toes flexed throughout. You get these nice shin muscles kind of fired up, your anterior tibialis. Your hip flexors are gonna be contracted. Now for my hands, I'm extending. Notice my shoulders are not relaxed on the ground. I am pushing them up towards the sky. So my dead bug, opposite arm, opposite leg. Very similar to our back extensions, but now we're doing it for the front of our body, the anterior, and back together. This is our most progressed, coming all the way out without allowing my lower back to arch. If you are arching, bend those knees. Bring everything a little bit closer to you. You're doing the exact same movement, in, back in. If extending the legs puts a little pressure in the back, next movement, a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. All right, and then finally, just hold this position for 30 seconds. All right, this alone, this home base position might just be enough to get those core nice and fired. So choose any of those variations to work through. All right, and our third movement is gonna be straight leg rotations. Position is the same as your dead bug. Feet are going to be up towards the sky. Then we are going to rotate, or I'm gonna let my legs fall slightly to the side, and I'm controlling it with my core, and then I'm rotating to that other side, controlling with my core. If I go too far, I will lose control and I might pop up, okay? So the smaller the movement, the easier it is to control. As we feel more comfortable with it, then we can start getting a little bit more of these transverse muscles, these lateral muscles, these obliques in your core, and those hip flexors, okay? So final superset, 3 movements. Again, no rest in between. After that third one, we're resting 30 to 60 seconds, 3 rounds. Let's get ready to go. Back extensions to start. All right, we're gonna do 8 to 10 reps. I'm gonna do 8 for this one. Our dead bugs will be 6 to 8. I'm gonna do 6, and then we'll do our trunk rotations, 6 each side, so 12 total, or 6 to the right, 6 to the left, alternate. I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. Back extensions to start. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up, nice and tight. Get up there, make sure you feel the contraction. I don't want you to feel it just in your lower back. If you are, squeeze your butt a little harder. Or don't come up as high. Notice when I come up too, my head is still facing the ground. I don't want you looking up, cranking your back, or excuse me, cranking your neck. Nice and tight, reaching. This will be number 6. Moving over on our back into my dead bug position. 6 reps each side. We're gonna be alternating. Slowly out and back together. Take your time here, time under tension. The longer my muscles work, the more work that gets done. Seems kind of obvious, right? But Some people do a lot of movements very, 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 very quickly. But here we're trying to get all the small muscles moving as one, getting them fired up. And what you'll find is you'll feel it very quickly. It'll be a fun little burn. Term fun used loosely. And challenge yourself here. Make the movement smaller. If we begin to get too tired. Last one here. And up. Going right into our trunk rotations. Hip flexors should already be on fire. Arms out to the side. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I'm feeling it. Hope you are too. 7, 8, 9, 3 more. 10, 11, last one, 12, good. Rest on the floor, rest up standing, move around, get your water. We got 30 seconds. Great job. I always find core being probably the hardest movements to do. A lot of concentration, and usually the burn is pretty immediate. But we're almost there. We have 2 more sets for the day. All right, 10 more seconds of rest for me. Pause if you need a little bit more. But here we go, group 3. Back extensions, 2, 1. Arms extended. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Flipping over, dead bugs. Let's try to go right into it. That's why they call it superset. It is super. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Pause that extension, back together. Make sure that lower back is in the ground. Don't let your hips rotate. Hey, notice my toes are still flexed as well. That's important. Don't try to point them like a dancer. Pull back. Keep those hips tight. Oh, I see it up there. Actually, I think that one's small. All right, last one, trunk rotations. Okay, if you're up, I do it as well. All right, onto that side. Now, also, if you need to modify from the rotational standpoint, if you put those hands underneath your hips, you'll have a little bit more hip control and a little bit more strength through your hips. Out to the side, again, progressed, forcing the core to do a lot more of that work. All right, let's do 12. Out to the side, 1, 2. Maybe I was stalling a little bit there with instructions because my abs were hurting. Maybe not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, last one, 12, 30 seconds, 1 more round. Proud of y'all. If you've gotten this far, that's a huge accomplishment. 1 more to go though. Here we go, 15 seconds. I'm gonna flip over, we got back extensions. Same with our same rep routine. And we're in it. 1, 2, 3, going up a little bit higher this time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Good. Dead bugs here. All the way up. Three. 4. 6, halfway. 7. 8. 10. 11, last one. And 12. Trunk rotations, last movement of the day. Oh, cheating. 1, 2. 7. And 12. Whew. Give yourself a round of applause. It's time for the cool down.